Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Adventure Grandpa!
What will you be doing when you're 70? In order to tick some of the boxes for our Turkana National Motorbike Challenge, my mates Russell, Eric and I decided to undertake a 4,500 kilometre trip from Johannesburg to Cape Town via the Gariep Dam and as many mountain passes as we could find. Day one was a boring, flat and straight run down the N1 from Joburg to Bloemfontein, but day two, from Bloem to Graaff-Reinet, was much more interesting. We left Bloemfontein at 7:30, and after topping up our tanks, we headed south on the N1. The weather was cool and overcast, ideal long-distance bike riding weather. In order to get one more credit on our motorbike challenge, we needed to visit the Gariep Dam, which meant briefly leaving the N1 and turning directly towards the storm. We made it to the dam wall in time to grab some pictures, but suddenly the temperature plummeted and the water in the dam was whipped up into white-capped waves with jagged blue-white lightning strikes arcing across the sky. We rapidly put on our rain gear and gapped it back to the N1 in a hurry. For the next 50 kilometers, we raced down to Colesberg and got there ahead of the storm. We stopped there for brunch and an hour later we're back on the road again, this time heading down the N9 into the Eastern Cape. The massive storm was still lurking on the left, but now we were on an inevitable collision course with it. We came over the Lootsberg Pass with the storm now very much closer on our left, but as we turned towards the day's destination, Graaff-Reinet, we saw our path blocked by the storm that had been chasing us all day. The road ahead of us disappeared behind a green and purple wall of rain and zigzag lightning. Now we ran right into the waiting arms of the storm and it embraced us with fury. Too long had we diced down its flanks and escaped. Now there would be no way out. Our debt was about to be paid, and our destiny was about to be confronted. Rain sluiced down out of the black sky, and hailstones started hammering off our helmets and stinging us wherever they found a chink in our protective clothing. The hail was like riding on ball bearings, and we had very little traction. We tried to pick our way through the drifts of white hail, but our fully laden bikes would wiggle and swerve as they broke traction on the ice, and all the while still more was falling, hammering on our helmets and stinging our arms and legs. A lifetime of living with hailstorms on the Highveld has taught me that they don't last long, and if we pressed on we should run through it. That proved to be the case, and 10 minutes later the hail had stopped and the rain had eased off. Before long we broke out into the clear, and we arrived 15 minutes later in hot and sunny Graaff-Reinet with blue skies up above. We checked into our B&B, dropped our heavy luggage and went to see some of the sights of the town. Then we rode out to the Kamdaboo National Park and up the mountain to the spectacular Valley of Desolation view site, with jaw-dropping 50-kilometer panoramas of the town and the middle Karoo behind it. Stretching away into the distance, we could see our route to the Little Karoo and day 3 of our adventure.